Our next award is the Promise Award, and it goes to Jasmine Jimenez. Now, we're presenting our Promise Award to Jasmine Jimenez, but a Courage Award or a Strength Award would also be appropriate for this remarkable young woman. Jasmine refuses to hide behind the curtain of shame that keeps so many rape victims from seeking justice. After she was attacked at the age of 11, Jasmine and her mother fought for stricter laws, and last year, Governor Quinn signed Jasmine's Law, which allows tougher sentences for those who sexually assault a minor while the victim is under the influence of alcohol. In addition to overcoming her ordeal, Jasmine has had to overcome a learning disability. Now 20 years old, she is a political science major at Washington University with a 3.9 grade point average and is currently studying at Oxford. Jasmine has participated in the YWCA Lake County Summer Camp and Tech Girls programs. She's volunteered at Zacharias Center and the Waukegan Township Legislative Breakfast Committee. She also established a theater program at Staven House, a shelter for homeless women and children in Lake County. Jasmine will law school and become a legislative attorney, and we have no doubt that she will succeed. Our 2011 Promise Award goes to Jasmine.
Introduction. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am both honored and humbled to be the 2011 YWCA Promise Award recipient. I would like to recognize Mothers on a Mission to Stop Violence for being the ancillary needed to pass Jasmine's Law. Debbie Larker for being an outstanding friend and mentor to me while I was at the YWCA. And Ms. Jones for being an excellent exemplar of leadership in the community for both young women and young men. And for allowing me to work there in the Staven Theater in order to introduce the Staven Theater program, the Staven House. I would like to begin this speech of mine with a bit of energy and dedicate a piece to the young women in the room and the young men who have the ability and the potential to fulfill that mission of eliminating racism and empowering women. And specifically to the tech girls who are here today and Daniela Torres. And the way I will start off is with a hip-hop rap. I'm sure you were expecting that. And so, without further ado, be ready to snap your fingers along. Been around the block, better to be who you be than to be who you're not. Yeah, been around the block, better to be who you be than to be who you're not. Moving the nation from every station with this new hip sensation. Yeah, we got the peace, the love, the rhyme, because we been around the block. Better to be who you be than to be who you're not. Today is one I feel I'm best suited to give. It is on motivation and momentum. This speech is for all those who have ever made an effort to be the change they wish to see in the world. The critics tell us that there is no point in making our society better because it will never be perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, the critics are wrong. Yet they seem to be winning the fight on what we should or should not be doing with their illogical reasoning. We simply have become too complacent in a time of great need. I know this because in our nation, upwards of 300,000 American children are sold into the sex slave industry each year. A statistic I became aware of just this past spring during my 6-week stay at our nation's capital. I must digress and mention that not only are young girls being sold via popular websites available to the general public, but that a staggering 63% of girls in the juvenile justice system were prosecuted for prostitution while their madams, pimps, and johns were largely unprosecuted and free to roam our streets. Why have we succumbed to the argument of the critics that our time would be better spent elsewhere than in the pursuit of justice and creating a more perfect union? The time has come for us to rise up against the evils that wish to suppress our fighting spirit. First, we must attack back with our reason, for it is our reason that will direct us back onto the path of righteousness. That is to say, the path that leads to sound moral actions. The all too familiar story of Thomas Edison's more than 1,000 attempts to invent the light bulb teaches us to not give up. It also teaches us to recognize the momentum in the making, because perspective matters, especially when trying to bring into the world something that has never before existed. See, Edison knew that each attempt he was making was not a failure, but rather a step. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm saying is that what the critics would see as failure, Edison saw correctly as progress. Therefore, attempt 999 was not preceded by 998 failures, but rather 998 steps to reach the summit. Darkness, ladies and gentlemen, lies in lonely places. It is to our benefit and all those around us to make every effort to make a change for the better, because by the very act, we will rise up above the darkness and the chaos. Be able to look it in the eyes and say with conviction, I will, so long as I have breath, climb to defeat you. Thank you.